Kept you waiting, huh? What's happening? How we doing? You right or what? Eh? You right or what? Right, let's listen to some of this, these expedition dumps. Exposition dumps, even. I can't even speak. I've had too much rum, I think. Nah, not a thing, right? You can't have too much rum. I did refill, though. I did refill, right? So, what we're gonna do now, we've beaten the game, essentially. But, we're gonna go over these tape recordings here for a little bit of extra exposition dumps. Alright. It looks like there's gonna be some interesting stuff in amongst it. I think we'll only listen to the yellow ones, alright? Because it's going to be quite a lot of listening. But then I'm going to show you something else then. I'm going to show you how to get quiet back. Because technically she's left us. And at this point in the game, you can't use her as a buddy anymore. But you can get her back, and I'm going to show you how. So let's start with Double Think.
Boss, how are you back on your feet so quickly?
There's a non-smoking ward.
Boss,
if I listened to everything the doctors said, I'd probably die.
Is this the real boss, or
No
is
point
this
waking
us?
up after 9 years for that.
Well, having you out of that bed makes things a little easier.
Bad news, huh?
Things are looking worse.
Go on.
They found out about you waking up, and the man on fire picked this time to wake up too.
They
We'll
woke
have
up
to
at the
move
same
forward ahead
time,
of
right?
schedule. Miller already has the preparations underway. We'll have to wake up your neighbor too.
Ah, this is the real
So
boss.
he's not. He seems awake now.
No. Well, he's not actively conscious yet, at least.
He was a doctor, too.
In his mind, that past no longer exists. Your past is his past now. He's going to be your phantom, not some simple diversion.
This whole thing, when they're in a coma, goes
The
deeper,
actor
by the
isn't
way.
for cipher. He'll be your face on the world stage.
We'll talk about it in a moment.
You make it sound easy.
We've been busy over the last 9 years. His altered state of consciousness has helped us implant powerful suggestions through induced hypnagogia. He's experienced all your missions on record and shares all your knowledge and experience.
Bear that in
To
mind as
make him
well.
believe that he is the one true big boss. No one around him will doubt that he's the big boss they know. So, is he the real big boss or a stand-in? What does that mean to him? Nothing. The human brain is capable of many illusions. Of pain, of the future. What happens from here depends on his skill. You can vouch for that.
He was always the best man we had. But
9 years ago in that helicopter, he threw himself between you and the blast. In that moment, the man you knew died. He died protecting you. And now, by becoming you, he protects you again. This is just a detour in his journey to hell. And don't forget, it's what he wanted. He's in his dog days now. It's not just him. We'll be putting the people in this hospital in the line of fire. They'll be your shield and necessary diversion to buy us some time.
And you?
This all makes
I'll
sense.
be right by his side.
Can you keep it up? It's a hell of a lie.
It won't be a lie. I won't know his secret either. I'll believe that he's the real big boss. I'll have no conscious knowledge of you. Where's the lie in that?
Self-hypnosis.
It's nothing new in my line of work. Manipulating memories, the past.
So Ocelot goes through it too.
When the time is right.
That explains why you shoot him with a trank. He does weird things.
In a world, it's double think.
In this year.
2 + 2 = 5. And I want you to do the same.
Right. His bodyguard?
Correct. It won't be long before this hospital comes under attack. We'll wake him up right
They
away,
knew
but
all
he won't
along.
be back to full health in time. You'll need to take him through his final paces.
The big boss was
Yeah.
the first to wake
I
up.
want to see his face again.
All right, John.
John Doe.
I've never
This is his
forgotten
real
you
name.
in these 9 years, but I have to forget you now.
Adam,
Adam.
I'm counting on you.
Ocelot. Agent Adam. Right, pause.
What's up?
Right, pause. So, there's a deep theory out there in the Metal Gear community that Metal Gear Solid 3, Snake Eater, there's an inconsistency, a real life inconsistency with the training that Snake mentions in that game, because there's the JFK something something, I forget, that he mentions doesn't exist in that timeline. It suggests, right, that the whole of Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater is part of this hypnosis that they put your character in this game through Venom Snake, right? This is official title, Venom / Punish Snake. It's part of that hypnosis. So when you're playing through the game of Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, the theory goes that inconsistency in the timeline in real life is not a mistake. It's deliberate because that is part of the hypnosis in making your character think that you're Big Boss while you're in the coma. And there we had confirmation as well that Ocelot does the same to himself, because all the way through this game, Ocelot is believing that you are Big Boss because he puts himself through self-hypnosis, right? Similar to what he does to make himself believe, or the act of acting like Liquid Snake is taking over Ocelot when he has Liquid Snake's arm grafted onto him. That's all an act. It's not real. He's not actually being possessed by Liquid Snake. It's all an act. And it's kind of the self-hypnosis that he puts himself through in this game as well, to believe that you're actually Big Boss. But anyway, let's listen to this. L'Enfant Terrible, which is just a reminder. L'Enfant Terrible is French for the terrible children. It's the program that Zero does when he thinks that Big Boss might die, when Big Boss is in the 9-year coma alongside you in this game. He's like, oh shit, we might lose the greatest soldier who ever lived. Let's clone him. And that's Solid and Liquid, right? That's L'Enfant Terrible.
About the 1972 project. Les Enfants Terribles.
You never did like the French.
All that Catherine the Great aristocratic pompousness gets to me, that's all. Palace talk. They can keep it.
Les enfants terribles. You terrible children.
That madness Zero started. Or the start of his madness.
You found out something new?
The plan itself was abandoned in '76. ATGC dismantled the project, and their account with DARPA was closed. So I was worried about what happened to you. Your sons.
They're no sons of mine. And they're sure as hell not me.
Just a bunch of cells grown in a lab?
What they are is much sicker than that.
Well, Zero doesn't think so. Eva doesn't either. To
Remember
them, those
Eva?
boys are your clones.
Eva's the
You
surrogate
down
mother
the
of
last heir.
Solid and Liquid.
The first boys were raised
Big
free
Mama.
range, like we thought. Both of them. David has never left
David
the
is
States,
Solid.
But the other, Eli, has disappeared.
Eli's
Might
Liquid.
as well call it abandoned. They're through with him.
Where is he?
He was in England, Zero's home ground. Apparently he traveled to Africa after that, but
Which is
that's
why we
where
met
he
him.
escaped from Zero's care.
Just like that. Why?
Who knows? Maybe he found out about his birth. If he's alive, he'd be 11 or 12 by now. Old enough to think and act for himself.
So he might still be alive.
On his own, there? I wouldn't bet on it. John, if he is alive, what's the plan?
I have nothing to say to him. Treat him like a human being, just another person.
Nice. Alright, we're gonna skip these ones. Okay. We're not gonna listen to the white ones. We're gonna listen to just the yellow ones, because the yellow ones are important. Is that playing? This was quite a long one. This is nearly 7 minutes long. Paz and Zero. This is going to be important. Paz was obviously working for Cypher. Even so, I don't think the horrendous things that happened to Paz were just. Even though she betrayed us, and she was a spy for Cypher, it's still not right. It is playing, by the way. This is mostly silence. I don't know what to expect from these myself, so if it's rough, I apologize.
Hello?
Not there. Here.
Here we are. This is Major Zero. You hear his voice for the first time in a long time.
Thank you for coming. Please.
You're...
Is it that odd? I suppose the cuffs have gotten a bit loose. Although, truth be told, I have been spending more time in pajamas as of late.
No, nothing.
The tie, perhaps. Not the most fashionable pattern, I admit.
No, it is very nice.
How sweet. Will you take a little brandy? You're hardly underage, after all.
No, thank you.
Please, sit. Pacifica Ocean.
What?
Ah, yes. You've already begun. Not bad. A schoolgirl through and through. Even he won't suspect otherwise. Here you are.
Thank you. I heard you were sick.
Poppycock.
Poppycock!
I just like to take a little time off work.
You?
You must feel that way sometimes.
Well...
Anyway, I could hardly greet my first guest from that damned bed.
I, missed my chance to catch you snoring.
Now I'm twice as glad I got ready in time.
Something's up with Zero. He's
Drink
not in
before
good
it gets
condition.
Cold. English
Health-wise.
breakfast tea. All I have, I'm afraid.
Do we remember how he ends up at the end of 4 as well?
There were 8 candidates before you, meaning you will be the 9th Paz Ortega Andrade.
Wow.
What happened to the others?
That's
They're
interesting.
in the next room. They've been taking it easy these past few months.
They...
That's
Do you see any
interesting.
windows here?
No?
I've gotten used to it, this life. I am who I am, after all, and I've had my fill of cursing this bloody dungeon. Excuse me. But I can't help sometimes wishing I could see the stars. What should I do?
Well, you could go outside, go up to the roof, wait for the clouds to pass. You would have a view of Manhattan, and a pretty one too.
Location confirmed.
But once the wind blows and the clouds pass, you can look up and see a sky full of stars.
Pardon me.
Even here.
You've had a hard time getting to where you
This
are.
must be before Peace Walker.
Yes.
Sewer rats lead better lives. I know. Extreme training, starvation, days spent without sleep, abandoned, hurt, and all but killed in every way imaginable. Some of your compatriots died, others betrayed you, left you for dead,
Or maybe after.
and you did the same to them.
Maybe after Peace Walker.
But through it all, you survived.
After
and
she's
you
found in
alone
the
made
sea
it
when you
here.
fight Zeke, piloted by her.
Just look at you. I can see everything you've been through.
Now that I think about it, that makes
Yes.
more sense.
Consider this mission a reward for the mountain you've climbed.
Thank you.
Yes, well, you know what's next,
Yes.
and you are prepared.
Yes.
I believe you. That ever so slight tan, not the type you'd get on the West Coast. If I didn't know
She's
better,
from
I'd say
Cuba,
you really
right?
did grow up around the equator, but it runs deeper than that. One look at you, and I see a wide-eyed student yearning for peace. Born and raised
Central
in Central
America.
America. I can see it all. How much preparation have you done?
This is a bit
A
creepy,
little.
if I'm honest.
You'll be perfect for this, to strike back at Snake.
Yeah.
I'll share everything
This
I
is
know
before
about
Peace
him.
Walker.
But you mustn't forget who you're dealing with. If he were to get the better of you, well, I deeply regret having put you in that position. But beyond that, I'm putting my life in your hands.
So she
You
was
can
always
trust
part of Cypher.
Cypher.
None of my friends call me that. Tea's gone cold. Shall I make some more?
I know we are the only ones here.
I know I'm British, right?
There's no one in the other room.
But British
How do
people
you know
make pretty
that?
cool villains, right? They
You
do.
said I was your first guest.
You make
I
pretty
haven't
good
had this
villains.
much fun in quite a while. All right then.
Next.
Been in hiding ever since his grand experiment.
This is Skullface talking. Oh, this must be part of...
By proxy. Except
This might be part of an interrogation as part of Ground Zeroes.
with him, face to face.
This might be rough. Some of these might be rough, just a heads up. Yeah, this is definitely part of her interrogation in Ground Zeroes.
Where is Cypher? Where
How long is this? This is another long one. It's 7 minutes 40.
I've never known choice. Where I was born, the language I speak. I've never had the freedom to choose for myself.
This is why she's in
But you,
captivity in
right
Ground
now,
Zeroes, I think.
Are free. Do as you will.
This will save Big Boss.
It may.
Remember, she comes around to actually loving Big Boss in a way. She has a bit of a crush on him.
Not for you.
Even though she's part of Cypher and a traitor. After Ground Zeroes.
Alright. Zero is Hell's Kitchen,
Oh?
10th Avenue.
Hell's Kitchen is
Undergoing treatment there.
New York?
Not
Or
exactly.
is it in it's Manhattan, right? Manhattan's in New York, though. And Manhattan was mentioned in the last
His
recording.
medical needs keep him from moving around. That is why he summoned me there.
Pardon me.
The other residents are of varying race and ages, but in reality, all 40 units are Cypher personnel. It took him 10 years to replace the original occupants. He has got places like this all over the world.
Some of those places are hospitals. Like the one we were in.
Zero is on the top floor. A room with no windows
There we go.
and no doors.
Lines up with
Even
the previous
elevator
recording.
does not reach it. Officially, the floor does not exist. The only access is by a secret staircase 1 floor down. Room 702.
It's just a J! Happy New Year's. Cannot wait for the Snake Eater remake. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Let me put some apples in the chat for you. New
Exits just
new,
AJX
new
follow your
chatter.
channel.
Happy New Year's to you as well. Thank you for the follow as well. I really appreciate that. It's just a J. Or just AJ, I guess, right? Sorry if I got that wrong. Thank you very much for that follow.
Out of the building that keeps most outsiders away.
Yep, that's me.
And most of them
Just
are
AJ.
there as security.
I'm gonna call you AJ
Case
if that's
of
okay
an
with you.
emergency. But even they don't know.
I just listened to a bit of lore here after beating the game, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get
Foot traffic,
quiet back because
goods
we just
coming
beat
in
the
and
game.
out, phone lines.
I was playing Ground Zeroes looking for the Zoff patches.
It is all monitored
I've got
from
I've got a video up on
satellite
YouTube if
and
you need help with that.
cameras inside and out.
Did you unlock Raiden yet? This is the Phantom Pain, by the way. This
There
isn't
is a
Ground
seal
Zeroes.
of water
But we
contact
did
can
that.
be used to
If you wanted to
escape
go and
the
check it out,
Hudson
it's on
River,
YouTube.
And from there to the sea.
Oh, I know. Okay,
But from
okay.
the outside,
my bad.
it is just another building. A perfect disguise.
I mean, in this game, you can unlock Raiden in this game. Unfortunately, we don't have
So the major
We don't have a
believes zero
save on this
suspicion
platform.
equals total security.
I played Ground Zeroes on
Very
PlayStation, and
bold.
we're playing this on
It's just the
Xbox.
kind of ruse
So nothing
I'd
carried
expect
over.
from him. So long as no one's suspicions
Unfortunately.
are
So no, I
aroused,
didn't
you
unlock
can hide
Raiden
there
or
forever.
Grey Fox or original
other hand,
PS1 Solid Snake.
If someone figures it out, there are dozens of ways in. And he's so paranoid about
The thing is,
information
I've got
slipping
a,
out, no
I've
one
got an
involved
existing
has the
Phantom
full
Pain
picture.
playthrough,
That ignorance
which
is
I
a
played
weakness,
originally on
the downfall
PlayStation.
of a
So
need
to
to
start
know
from fresh,
system.
we played it on
The
Xbox
pitfalls are
instead.
clear. Circumventing them
Therefore, I
will
didn't
be
have a
simplicity
Ground Zero
itself.
save, unfortunately. I didn't actually know you could unlock Raiden in this game, though. I knew about PS1 Solid Snake and Grey Fox. I didn't know about Raiden.
Don't you?
You have to get an S rank on every main mission in this game. Oh, we definitely didn't do that.
Never left me to
We
die.
definitely didn't do that.
I owe him my life.
Took me all of, oh, I don't know,
I'm
2
bound to
years.
repay the favor
Congrats, though. Congrats for doing that. That's
any
impressive.
way I can.
That's very impressive.
But that's not what you really want to know.
I thought it would, honestly, when you mentioned
What
it,
you
though, I
want to
thought it
know
would have been
is,
connected to
I hate
a Ground
Big
Zero
Boss?
save, but obviously not.
Hmm.
Congrats for doing that. That's impressive. That's really impressive. We didn't get an S
I
rank,
don't
though,
hate
up
the
to this
man.
point. We started this playthrough from
I
scratch.
do deserve a little more of his gratitude. But he
I used
loves
him
me
recently.
like
Super
me.
fun. Does he play different, right?
So you see,
I'm guessing
I
you
have no
do.
reason to hate him at all.
It's not just the skin, then. It's actual gameplay difference, I guess.
I mean to have my revenge
Yes, yeah, super
against
strength and
Zero.
speed. Nice, nice.
It's not petty hatred or resentment. Nothing so personal.
We missed a lot
Even the
there. I talked
hottest
over it. I
lava
do
eventually
apologize.
cools,
But I
becoming a
guess the
mountain,
main gist of this
and
is
that
just to
mountain
confirm that
becomes the
Zero's in
land.
Manhattan.
Scalding steam comes back down as rain, forming rivers, draining into the sea. It's then that nature's order sets in.
The next one interests me. Look
Now
at the
I'm
title.
merely a
Secret
part of that
recording of
cycle.
Ocelot and Zero.
Just like Zero.
If you go to the outfit
You.
section, you should be able to preview it. Okay, we'll have a look in a second. 'Cause we are going to play in a minute.
Big
We're going to
boss.
get quiet back.
Do it.
Dang,
That
hold on, I
lava,
gotta rewind. That seemed
vengeance
like a
is
stinger,
already
right?
Set as that vengeance is already that vengeance. That lava.
Let me rewind a second.
Even the hottest lava eventually cools, becoming a mountain.
That seemed like a stinger.
and
It
that
seemed really
mountain
dramatic.
becomes the land. Scalding steam comes back
Obviously,
down as
she's
rain,
telling
forming rivers,
Skullface
draining into
Zero's
the sea.
location, and I hope that
It's
it
then
saves
that
Big
nature's
Boss.
order sets in. Now I'm merely a part of that cycle. Just like Zero. And you.
Pardon me.
And Big Boss.
Don't do it.
That lava, that vengeance, is already set as stone. Too late
Alright,
to change
I don't know.
things
I
now.
can't figure that out. We might have missed too much of the recording.
The choice is not mine to make.
From what I gather, though, he's not upholding his end of the deal,
Proceed.
right? For the info she's provided. Hold on. Drop a pause. Drop a pause. Let's have a chat with our new friend. It's just AJ. Let's see. If you go... Oh, I read that. Sorry. Crazy how this takes place before the first game. It totally is, right? It totally is. What's even crazier, though, is how it all comes around first circle really, really nicely. Really, really nicely. And gives you that... Like, I've heard lately that people say the prequels are boring, right? Because you know what's the outcome is, right? You know what the outcome is. But I think there's exceptions to that. A good prequel is something that happens in a franchise that you love, but also shocks you still, you know? Like, I would say Revenge of the Sith in Star Wars hits that note for me personally. Because I know what's going to happen, right? But I remember sitting in the cinema watching that movie when, spoilers by the way, if you haven't seen Star Wars, when Anakin throws Mace Windu out the window and then, like, he he pledges himself to the dark side and everything, and I still remember being gutted. Even though I know that's what's gonna happen, right? Because he becomes Darth Vader, etc. I'm like still like in the cinema going, no. Do you know what I mean? I think that's a testament to a good prequel, and a prequel done right is when you know what's gonna happen, but it still shocks you. You know? And The Phantom Pain does that perfectly. Is although this is technically a prequel to Metal Gear Solid, it gives you, not only does it make you like shocked in a lot of things, it gives you a lot more information in the universe and a lot more lore and stuff like that. It's really gonna like be new information to you, but also be shocking to you as well. And I think that's brilliant. I think that's a credit to a good sequel. A good prequel, rather. A good prequel. I think. It's just AJ. I know one thing for certain, Metal Gear Rising is the last official game in the series. Absolutely. In the timeline. This one was the last one to be made, right? This one was the last one to be made, but Rising is the last one in the timeline, officially. Yeah, you're right. In the timeline. It happens after Metal Gear Solid 4, which is the last game in the timeline of Metal Gear Solid. But Rising is technically a spin-off. But it happens after Metal Gear Solid 4, timeline-wise. Very Sane Chi. When a prequel can recontextualize the original material and allow you to view it in a different light or different way is when a prequel is done right, in my opinion. You said that much better than I did. Much better than I did. And I totally agree with you, Very Sane Chi. You said what I was trying to say in a very, very, very much better way. It's just AJ. Yes, still waiting for Metal Gear Rising 2. Wouldn't hold your breath. I wouldn't. I mean, it would be nice. It would, but state of Konami right now and Platinum Games even, you know, with the Hideki Kamiya leaving. You know what? Do you know the story behind Metal Gear Rising, by the way? Hideo Kojima was going to retire, and Metal Gear Rising was going to be him passing the torch to his protege. And, who said that? Zako, what's up, dude? I'll be with you in a second. 2 seconds. Let me finish my story about Metal Gear Rising. So he was going to pass the torch on to his protege, and his protege was going to take over the series, and it was going to become Metal Gear Rising, right? And it was in development for a few years, and then Hideo Kojima came in and to see what they'd been working on, and he flipped tables, bro. He flipped tables. He was like, fucking watch this shit. What is this? This is dog shit. Whatever, right? And he wasn't impressed by what they'd come out with. So he got on the phone to Hideki Kamiya at Platinum and was like, yo, Hideki, listen, do you want to make the next Metal Gear? And Hideki Kamiya was like, yes, Kojima-san. It'd be my honor to make the new Metal Gear game, son, Kojima-san. And it pretty much went like that, word for word. That was historically accurate to a certain degree. But it's something along those lines, anyway. Fabian, how are you still streaming, Andy? I don't know. It's this game, bro. It's this game. And it's New Year's Eve, technically, now in the UK. It's the last day of the year. And we are wrapping up this game slowly. There's a couple of more things that I need to do to wrap up this game. So we're going on and on and on and on. But it's been fun. I'm not even tired. I'm a little hungry, not going to lie. But I love this game. This game is fucking great. It's in the top 3 Metal Gears. And anyone who's I've said this previously, but anyone who's a Metal Gear Solid fan who doesn't like this game, give it another go. Give it another chance, okay? Because it's fucking excellent. Anyway, hey Fabian. Dude, it's even later for you, right? You're an hour ahead of me. What are you still doing up? Happy New Year, buddy. Happy New Year. It's just AJ. Oh, and Metal Gear Rising Revengeance is canon. Yes, I believe so as well. Yeah, I believe it is canon. But it's still a spin-off technically. And it is canon, but later on, like after the series, after Metal Gear Solid is concluded, because it takes place after Metal Gear Solid 4. And Metal Gear Solid 4 is a conclusion to all of it. But Metal Gear Rising Revengeance made me appreciate Raiden. It really did. It wasn't Metal Gear 4. Metal Gear 4 didn't make me appreciate him. It was Metal Gear Rising Revengeance that made me appreciate him as a character. And it's awesome to see, like, the future in this world, obviously, not in IRL. The future and how things turn out to be when Raiden is, you know, the star of his own game, so to speak. It's cool to see how things turn out after all the snakes, all the bosses, all of this and that. And do you know what? You can call me out on this. Whatever, right? I count Raiden as a snake. I do. I count Raiden as one of the snakes because he's I know his code name for like all of like fucking 30 seconds is Snake in Metal Gear Solid 2, which is his first mission. But he's connected to the snakes. Call it lame if you want, it's fine, because Solidus is a bit lame, right? Solidus Snake is a bit lame. But he's got that connection to Solidus, like, you know, Solid has to Big Boss. And then he was designed in a way, pardon the way I phrase that, for lack of a better term, designed, right? He was intentionally, the Patriots wanted Raiden to be the next Solid Snake, right? So I count him as a snake as well. I think he's interwoven with the whole situation, personally. But yeah, it's definitely canon. Definitely canon. 100% canon. 100%. Zacho, what's up, dude? Sorry, it took me a while to get around to you. But how you doing, buddy? Happy Big Saturday. Thanks for coming along, and Happy New Year as well. Happy New Year. Zacho, I've just downloaded, what's that, Soju? It's a model kit drinking kind of night. Nice. What's Soju, dude? Let me know what that is. Explain that to me. What's Soju? It sounds interesting. But I'm all about drinking. I've been on the rum for most of the day. Still on the rum. Poured myself a new one. Cheers! Cheers, Zacho! Cheers. Absolutely. It's just AJ. Funny how Rising sold better than a few of its previous releases. I don't know about its sales figures, personally. I have no idea. No idea how well it sold. I know that a few years ago, though, Platinum put out a questionnaire. And they were getting the feels for how badly people wanted Rising Revengeance 2. I personally would love it. I would. Because Metal Gear Rising Revengeance is fucking awesome. It's a sick game. It's a sick game. So good. We'll be playing that after Mecha Gear Solid, actually. We'll be doing that as part of the series. As we played through the entire series this year. It's just AJ. I love it, but also despise how it isn't fully finished. Well, Phantom Pain, same. I love this game, but I really am sad that it didn't get finished. It's an unfinished game. It really is. And there's a massive plot line that doesn't get resolved as a result. Fabian, Smooth Johnson, I was watching sports in like 20 minutes. Nice. What sports are you watching? HBJ! What's up? Lurk while I play some Final Fantasy. What's that? 14, huh? No, wait. Yeah, 14. How you doing, buddy? Thanks for coming along. Thank you for the lurk as well, HBJ. Let me get you a shout out, buddy. Let me get you a shout out real quick. Classic clip here. Well, dude, I know I always say it, but we've got to get you more clips, dude. We've got to get you more clips. Let's do it. Listen, if you're not following HBJ, go follow HBJ and clip his streams. Get him some new clips, alright? Get him some new clips. For me. You do me a solid. Do me a solid. It's just AJ. Yeah, but he shed his skin and became lightning. His words, not mine. It's do you know what I really fucking love as well? Is that how Grey Fox or Frank Yeager is like the prototype Raiden. You know what I mean? Like, granted, it wasn't much to work with Frank Yeager. He got blown up in a minefield after having a fist fight with Solid Snake, right? But he's in a cyborg ninja body that he can never be removed from. And then that's like the prototype to Raiden, who can be like interchanged between human and cyborg ninja. I just think that's fucking cool. I think it's just fucking cool as fuck. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? But poor Frank Yeager, right? Grey Fox, but BFF of Solid Snake until Solid Snake murdered him. You know, he's like, yeah, we were friends, yeah, but we just happened to be enemies this one time. And they have a fucking brawl, a fist fight in a minefield. This is fucking insane. Absolutely insane. Hooper's Horrors. He was pretty much the perfect soldier next to Big Boss. Ooh, Grey Fox? Yeah, absolutely. Only man to ever achieve that codename, right? Of Grey Fox. Foxhound. Foxhound, Grey Fox. He was. And apparently, so I hear, because I never played, what is it? One of the ones was on the Sony handhelds, not Peace Walker, the other one. Something Ops. And apparently that story is more about the friendship between Big Boss and Grey Fox. So I'm told. I never played it. It's just AJ. Yeah, but apparently the final boss is supposed to be the clone of Liquid Ocelot. The one that you face him for. Is Drive-In Shalhalanthropus. Once you defeat him, he goes into custody. I'm a little confused by what you say that it's just AJ. Apparently the final boss is supposed to be the clone Liquid. Oh, the final boss of this game. Oh. No, wait. That doesn't make sense. Because Liquid Ocelot wouldn't exist then, right? Liquid Ocelot is 2 onwards. The one you face in 4 is Driving Shalhalanthropus. Once you defeat him, he goes into custody. Eli is Liquid Snake, right? And Eli steals Shalhalanthropus. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's Eli and Shalhalanthropus is the final boss. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit confused about what you said there. Smooth Johnson and the beard! Sorry, wrong chat. No worries, dude, no worries. It's just AJ. However, that didn't happen, and the little child who floats and has the mask on is in fact Mantis from Snake Eater. Psycho Mantis, right? From MGS1. The third child. The third child is Psycho Mantis, and Eli is Liquid Snake. Eli is Liquid Ocelot. Well, he'd be Liquid Snake at that point, right? And Liquid Ocelot is just Revolver Ocelot, essentially. Because Revolver Ocelot loses his arm in MGS1, but then takes Liquid's arm and has it grafted onto him, but pretends to be possessed by Liquid's nanomachines, but it's all self hypnotism. It's all an act. So he's just really Ocelot. Ocelot, really. But pretended to be Liquid at the same time. But yeah, Eli who steals Shalhalanthropus with the third child. The third child is Psycho Mantis, and Eli is Liquid Snake. Young Liquid Snake. Yes. Anyway, right, let's listen to some exposition, shall we? And then we'll get quiet back, because I'll show you how to do that as well.
Give her the shot already. Hold her still.
Poor Paz. Right, this I'm really interested in, the recording between Ocelot and
Took a little
Zero.
longer for you to surface than I expected, Major. I wasn't planning on
Zero.
coming back at all, but I had no choice. Well, after the Caribbean, my hunch was proven right. You wouldn't believe who was behind
I'd
it.
argue, right?
Oh, I have an idea.
Let's pause.
How did you respond?
I'd argue, personally, Ocelot's the main character in the whole entire series. He's always there, in apart from Peace Walker, but Peace Walker's not at a numbered entry, right? It's canon, and it's really important, especially to this game and Ground Zeroes. But I'd argue he's the main character. Double Agent doesn't do it. Quadruple Agent doesn't do it. He's everywhere. He's connected to the boss as well, because he's the boss's son. He is there in Snake Eater, which is Big Boss's first mission, and becomes obsessed with Big Boss. Like, has the utmost admiration for him. But then he is always there. He's the boss's son, and he's always there. He's working for Cypher. He's working for the Patriots. He's working for Big Boss, for Diamond Dogs, for Spetsnaz, for the GRU, for everything, everyone. He's always there. He's like a fucking billion duple agent. He's nuts. He's nuts. Anyway, let's keep going.
Immediate disinformation campaign. Most bought into the story, but not everyone. It was quite an incident, after all.
Fox sound.
I couldn't cover everything, but I did hide the fact that Snake survived, and that should buy us some time.
Where is he?
What?
En route to an old foxhole of mine. A base in the British sovereign area of Cyprus.
The
Interesting.
military hospital that to kill you?
Ava's leading the operation.
Ava? Following your orders?
Funny, isn't it? That we should all...
Hold up. We know that Big Boss and Venom Snake were in a Cypher-controlled hospital, right? So it's Zero, technically, that saved Big Boss's life and your life as Venom/Punish Snake, right? And Eva is the surrogate mother of Solid and Liquid. Obviously, she would volunteer for that because she of a history with Big Boss and how much she loves him. Why would Zero want... Hold on, let's listen to more.
reunite like this.
This is an emergency. Otherwise, I sure as hell would...
Yes, I don't expect you to bury the hatchet between us. Something simply won't ever happen. Even I can appreciate that. You too can only
Look at the next title.
from time to time. That's fine. But I don't want Snake to die. Surely we can come together on that. There are so few men I can turn to. And you're number one, Ocelot. Keep him hidden. Keep him safe. But I'll stay where I am and leave the rest to you. That's how he'd want it too.
Isn't it better for you to be there to supervise?
Where I am, where he goes, it makes no difference. All that matters is getting him the very best treatment and security.
Pardon me.
The latter being where you come in. Will he wake up? And if so, when? I have absolutely no idea. But as long as his heart is beating, he will keep fighting. So please, watch over him.
This location... it's safe?
No one will find him. And if they try, I will deal with them. The information must be suppressed.
Which is what you do best. Guess you're still at the top of your game, huh?
Anything but. I'm sick, Ocelot. Donald's taken over a great deal. He'll be handling this situation from here on as well.
Donald, that's the
So I wish it
DARPA
weren't
chief,
so.
right? That's Sigint.
This will
Donald
probably
Sigint.
be the last time you and I speak. So, you won't
Is
say
it?
no,
I
will
might
you?
get my wires
Yeah,
crossed
no
there.
choice.
I'm doubting
Thank
myself.
Save your thanks.
One more thing. A proposition.
Yes.
I've prepared a ruse of sorts. One I imagine you'll quite like.
What is
Us.
You could say
Venom Snake.
I've made another snake.
Another snake.
it, Major?
I'm not talking about the children,
Delay Infanterie, but that was him. That was him who
Phantom,
initiated that.
if you like.
I don't understand.
You will when you get to Cyprus.
Cyprus is where the
I've set
hospital
ball
is, where
in
we're
motion, but
being
the rest is
in a
your
coma.
hands. You're good at this kind of thing. The best. I need you on this.
Dang, it was Zero.
Interests.
I assure you,
Zero came up with the Phantom,
Look
the
after
Phantom
Snake.
Snake.
he's the toughest
Venom
son of a bitch
Snake.
I've ever known.
That's
Yes,
right.
it's me.
The thing that's getting me right now, though,
You worked
is
in
when
hospital
pause. The thing that's getting me now, though, is when did
It's me.
pause.
Ocelot.
When did? Because Zero's initiating Snake's survival right now, right? Big Boss and everything. He doesn't want to lose Big Boss. He doesn't want to lose the best soldier that ever lived. He clones Big Boss. he now, confirmation from that recording there, has initiated his Phantom, which is us, Venom Snake, Punish Snake, whatever you want to call him. When did they become enemies? Because the whole time throughout this game, Diamond Dogs is fighting against Cypher, right? And they do become enemies at a point as well, even though they start as allies in Snake Eater. And whether it's like a mutual respect and love for each other, although being enemies at the same time, I don't know. That's what's tripping me up right now. But this conversation here is interesting. This is a conversation between Kazuhira and Miller and Zero. And we know how much Miller hates Cypher, right?
Yeah, I'll say. Took a lot longer for you to surface than I expected, Major.
I wasn't planning on coming back at all, but I had no choice.
Well, after the Caribbean.
My hunch was proven right. You wouldn't believe who was behind it.
Oh, I have an idea. How did you respond?
Immediate disinformation campaign. Most bought into the story, but not everyone. It was quite an incident, after all. I couldn't cover everything, but I did hide the fact that Snake survived. And that should buy us some time.
Where is he?
Oh, this is Ocelot and Zero. My bad.
Foxhole of mine.
It didn't play the next one. Let's play this one.
Yes, it's me. You weren't in hospital long. I had trouble finding you.
Where is he?
Was Kaz in a coma for 9 years? I don't think he was, right? He woke up first.
We've had our misunderstandings, you and I. But as you've made clear, our relationship is strictly business. Therefore, I will limit this conversation to the business at hand. Please understand that I don't dislike you. Not inherently.
Where is Snake?
No. Settle down.
This must be after
or I'll
Kaz wakes up and Boss is still in a coma.
And then you never hear from me again. Do you understand?
Pause. This might explain whether or not Miller is in on the ruse of Venom Snake being the Phantom big boss, right? Because Miller woke up first. But Miller, as we know from the true ending, turned around and said, what about him? And then the doctor said he's taken a lot of shrapnel. So he knew that the doctor, who became Venom Snake, was in the hospital too. I don't think Kaz went into a coma though, because he's the one talking when he's looking at Boss and Venom Snake, right? Hooper's Horrors. I don't think Kaz was ever in a coma. I think Big Boss woke up first. There we are. Yeah. No, I agree. I don't think Kaz was ever in a coma. It was just Big Boss and well, the medic who they turn into Big Boss, or Big Boss's Phantom. They were the only ones in a coma. So this must be a conversation after Miller leaves hospital, right? Between Miller and Zero.
First, about your boss. I had him moved once he was stabilized. I'm sure it came as quite a shock to you when you woke up. You'll have to forgive me.
I told him to stop putting me under.
Surely you understand. Specialized medical treatment in places like that can be positively nightmarish. We couldn't have left him there forever. And to be honest, I wasn't entirely comfortable leaving matters in your hands.
How does he not
Don't
know
take it the wrong
about the
way.
doppelganger plan
Anyone
then?
looking for him would be looking for you. He needs to be as far from you as
Unless he
possible.
doesn't know.
In fact, I'm still not sharing his location, even now. Problems could arise. So, instead, I'm giving you a point of contact.
Pause. I don't think he does know, because remember we listened to a recording earlier where Ocelot's explaining to him. Christian! Oh my god, bang my mic. Christian, what's up, dude? How we doing? How we doing? Let me load up a shout out for you, buddy. Did we have Metal Saturdays today? Was it Metal Saturdays today? I guess so, right? I guess so. It is Saturday. You do it like not last week. I think the week before. Last time you did it, I was there in spirit, dude. But I passed out on my bed behind me because I had too much to drink the night before. But I was there. I was lurking. Sorry I wasn't really active in your chat though. How you been, buddy? How was your Christmas? Thank you for the raid. Thank you very much for the raid. Was it Metal Saturdays today? Salmon! Salmon! Oh, dang, to the double raid. Double raid. How we doing, everyone? Thank you for raiding me. Gee whiz. Dang, we're gonna be here forever doing some special thanks at the end of the stream. Voice of Voorhees, what's up, dude? How you doing? Daddy Lexo, hey, buddy. Hey. Salmon, how are you? How was your stream? Lou, what's up, Lou? How you doing? How was your stream, Salmon? What were you playing, buddy? Dang, I can't believe that. Look at the timing.
Christian raided your channel with 3 viewers.
Right, the gods are going to get riled up again, right? Ready? The gods are going to get all worked up again in a second. We'll play some shoutouts shortly after, though. There we are. There we are. Beard, what's up, dude? Welcome back, Beard. Great, we were playing American Truck Sim as a group. Sounds fun. That sounds fun. That sounds hella fun. Christian, yeah, it was Metal Saturday. We are welcoming the new year in style. Absolutely. Absolutely with style. Absolutely. Thank you so much for the raids, guys. We'll get through all the shoutouts in a second, okay? We'll wait for the guards to calm down, though. They're easily spooked. I'll let you know what we're doing. We've beaten the Phantom Pain today, okay? But what we're doing now, we're just going over a bit of lore by listening to some recordings and piecing together some bits and pieces. I won't spoil anything, okay? Unless we're actually deep in the recordings. But the ending to this game is fucking ace. It really is. It's like an amazing twist. One of the best twists in video games, if you ask me personally. And we're just listening to some extra stuff that we get after the ending. And then I'm going to show you how to get one of your companions back. Because she leaves as part of the ending. But you can get her back. And I'm going to show you that in a short while as well. So just a heads up, okay? Potential spoilers for the Phantom Pain. Potential spoilers. Because when we're listening to these recordings, we're going to be talking about the ending.
Unhappy Salmon raided your channel with 8 viewers.
That's the voice in my head. She's my Phoenix AJ. Thank you for the follow. Really appreciate that, Phoenix AJ. Thank you very much. We're gonna be here all night with the special mentions tonight. We really are. We really are. But we're gonna be talking about spoilers to the Phantom Pain. So if you are either playing through this for the first time and you don't want to be spoiled, or you're planning on playing it in the future, just a heads up, okay? We're going to be really talking about Metal Gear stuff here and some spoilery stuff, okay? So just a heads up. Just a heads up. Christian, how is your stream, Mecha? It's really good, buddy. Really good. We're nearly at 11 hours, but it's all good. It's all good. I'm just wrapping up the Phantom Pain, really, which is the last game in the series on a technicality. We have got one more thing to do after this. Which I've done on stream already. I've already played Metal Gear Rising in the past, but we're going to do it once again, just to wrap up the series of Mecha Gear Saturdays. But it's been going good. It's Big Saturday. It's Metal Gear Solid, which I love. Been hanging out with some amazing people all day, playing video games. I couldn't be better, really. Couldn't be better. Been drinking rum. Been drinking rum as well. It's all good. My Christmas rum. My Mecha Mama got me my favorite bottle of rum for Christmas, and I've been drinking that. Christian, 11 hours. Damn, nice work. Thanks, buddy. Thanks, buddy. Can't complain, huh? Can't complain. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. But let's get some shoutouts rolling, shall we? Let's start with Christian, okay? And then we'll get Salmon.
All-time band, but I don't think I unlocked it. So
And we'll go through everyone, regardless if I don't know if you've got clips or not, so we'll do everyone, just because you all deserve it. You all deserve it, right?
No, shut. Really?
sour to taste.
We got
But you're
Christian,
open-handed
Daddy
and
Lexo.
move it
Shout
to
you
your
out,
mouth.
regardless.
Yeah, let me just.
I love Salmon's virtual cooking clips. They're the best. Cuckoo, what's up, buddy? I might have missed you earlier. I do apologize. How are you doing, Kookaburra? My good friend. Hope you're doing well. Happy Big Saturday, everyone. Let's get Lou. I know Lou's got some fucking excellent clips. Let's get Lou. You get Beard as well. How are we all doing? How are we all? Jeez, there's a lot of you. Is this a party? This is technically a party, right? This game looks rad, dude. I know this. say this every time I see this clip. This game looks excellent. Right, if I miss anyone, just shout at me and I will amend that.
Do it to him, please. Yes!
Lizard! Oh, there we go.
shit.
There's an extra shout out right there. How are you, Lizard?
Woo!
How you doing? We hit you with a nice little convoy. How are you, Lizard? Good to see you. Good to see you. Hope you're well. Hope you're well. Hope you've had a good Christmas and I hope you have a good New Year as well, everyone. Oh, was that Venom? It's supposed to be Venom. Dang, this is a new clip, right, Lizard? This is that game. What's that game called? Don't thank me, Lou. You get a shout out whenever you're around these parts. You get a shout out. Don't thank me. No need to. No need to. But thank you for the raids, Christian, and thank you for the raid, the Unhappy Salmon. And happy Big Saturday, everyone. Like I say, we're just listening to some Metal Gear lore, okay? If you're either new to this game, the series, or you care about spoilers regarding Metal Gear Solid, we're going in deep, alright? We're going in deep lore. We're listening to a few recordings that are available after beating the game, because we've beaten the game today. And experienced, in my opinion, one of the best twists in video games. But on top of that, we're going to play a little bit in just a second as well. And I'm going to show you how to get Quiet back as your buddy. Because, again, I guess this is spoilery, sorry. But after you beat the game, she no longer can be used as a buddy. Or as a companion, if you will. And we're going to go and get her back in just a second. But we've been listening to some of the extended lore after the game. It's going to be very spoilery, so if you're if you care about spoilers when it comes to Metal Gear Solid lore, just a heads up, okay? Just a heads up that we're going to be going in. We're going to be going in. There's not much left to talk about, though. We've got the rest of this recording and one more afterwards. Pajama Samurai, thank you for this follow. Thank you very much. Pajama Samurai, alright, hi. A little late to the party.
Samurai followed
sorry,
your channel.
Voice in my head. Party, I was finishing up my delivery. No problem, no problem. You arrive exactly when you want to, right? And because you're a first-time chatter, have some apples as well. Don't worry, they're good apples, Pajama Samurai. I've seen you around, Pajama Samurai, because you got a really cool name. And I was like, that's an awesome name. That is an awesome name. Let me try a shout out for you. If you've got no clips, don't worry. But if you do, then let's give you a shout out, my friend. Ah, look at that. I'm gonna drop you a follow as well in that case. I already follow you. What's going on? I already follow you. Oh, this is Liza P. Dude, Liza P was awesome, right? What a good game. It was probably my third favorite game that released this year was Liza P. Only behind Baldur's Gate, because it's Baldur's Gate, right? Baldur's Gate 3 is amazing. And Armored Core. Armored Core was fantastic as well. Hey, don't thank me. It's fine. It's fine. I'll try and get everyone a shout out around these parts if I can. If I can. Right. With that done, okay. Let's carry on listening to some exposition dump. Exposition dump. Exposition dump. Pajama Samurai. I still need to finish it, lol. I don't want to spoil anything, right? No spoilers. The ending, though. Right? Okay, the ending. I think I got the bad one, though. But I'll leave it at that, okay? I'll leave it at that. How's MGS going? We beat it today. We're just going through some lore after the fact by listening to some recordings, and then I'm going to show you how to get one of your companions back who leaves at the end of the game. So yeah. Christian, no worries. Unfortunately, I cannot hang. Very tired. Need to get some sleep. Hope you have an amazing rest of your stream, friend, and even better New Year's Eve. You're an hour ahead of me, right, Christian? You're up that end, right? Around that way. We're both European, but I think you're an hour ahead of me. So that's absolutely fine, buddy. You go and get yourself some good rest, okay? And back at you as well. We'll catch up soon. And have a very good New Year in the meantime, good sir. Good sir. Yeah, you're an hour ahead of me. You're an hour ahead of me. So go and get some good rest, buddy. Okay? And have a fantastic New Year. And we'll catch up very soon, my friend. Look forward to it. Take care, alright, buddy? Thank you very much again for the raid, alright, buddy? Take care. Take care. Pajamas Armory, gotcha. Right, okay, so that's your final warning. If you care about this series and you're mid playthrough or you yet to play the Phantom Pain number 5 or whatever, very much spoilery talk going on here. Very much spoilery talk. So if you care about spoilers for the series, that's your heads up, okay? That's your heads up. Christian, you too. Catch you soon, buddy. I'll be there. I'll definitely be there, full brains for the next Metal Saturdays. I promise you, okay? Because today we're still streaming, but last time I'd had a bit too much to drink the night before. But next time I'll definitely be there. If you don't know, Christian does Metal Saturday, I think fortnightly, right? Every Saturday, it's every other Saturday. But he takes requests for metal songs, and we all have a good chin wag and a good drink and listen to some very good music. So follow my good friend Christian. You will not regret it. You will not regret it. Anyway, let's get back to these recordings, right? We're in the middle of Miller and Zero talking. We were talking about something that I completely lost my thread now and forgotten about, but basically I think Miller didn't go into a coma, right? Big Boss did, and Venom Snake did, and for some reason, Zero's had an in-person conversation with Miller, even though Miller hates Cypher. And let's listen to the rest of the conversation.
An introduction to a network of messengers who will lead you to a man. A friend to your boss. I'm sure he's mentioned him before. He knows Snake's location. More than any man alive, I trust him with this sort of thing. Keeping secrets, or men in the dark. He's known Snake quite a while.
I'll be with you in a second, Pajama Samurai. I read what you said, but we'll talk in a sec.
Kazuhira, I don't care if you don't trust me, but I require your absolute trust.
Pause. Actually, pause. Good point. Good time to say this. Pajama Samurai, I've actually been thinking about doing an MGS series playing all the games, but I'm cool with spoilers because it's so dense I'll probably forget everything before I get to it. Laugh my ass off. Yeah, you probably will, to be honest with you. It is a dense series full of twists and turns and whatnot. The lore is very dense. This is exactly what we've been doing actually here here this year. We've played through the entire series up to this point. But that's another thing I was going to say, is that how does Kazuhira know about the doppelganger situation?
Snake will be brought back into this world, however long it takes. Understood? The only reason we're having this conversation is because you still have a role to play.
Maybe he doesn't.
Which brings me to the next issue. What happens after he regains consciousness? When Snake wakes up, and he will, he'll need your help again. So when he does, I promise you'll be the first to know. The code phrase will be, V has come to.
There we are.
Then mobilize all the necessary parties. Think of it as an overture to a prologue. Until then, do what you like. Just be ready when the time comes. But you don't need me to tell you that, do you? I know it's been hard on you too. But I can't imagine you're willing to just walk away.
What are you talking about? If what you're saying is true, then this is like wrapping a rope around your own neck and throwing it over a branch. What's your play in all this?
This is for Snake. So that he survives after he wakes up. Nothing more. After that, I don't care what you do.
Then tell me something.
Go on.
I only joined you after I found out what you were after. To make the world one.
Joined you?
You need Snake for that.
Just joined
He's
Cypher?
already done a hell of a lot for you.
He has.
So on some level at least, I think you're being straight with me. Then why'd you do that to him? I get what you were trying with Paz. You wanted to get Snake any way you could. But after that, what you did, how could you do that to him?
After that wasn't me. You may not believe this, but I never intended for any of this to happen. My organization has many arms. It's just going to take a little longer before we're all on the same page. I admit,
Hey, Goop.
I may have been
I'll be with you in
my
a sec.
supervision, but something like that will not happen again.
Whatever. One day, I'll know the truth. Just as soon as the boss wakes up. And then we're coming after you. This ends with you begging us to put you out of your misery.
Explains why he hates Cypher.
Fantasy can make for a powerful ally. But remember this reality, Kazuhira Miller. Big Boss will wake up. And when he does, be there for him.
Pause.
Yes.
Pause.
Me.
There we go. Pause. But Coop, let's first of all get you a shout out. Damn Echo still on lurking. We're watching a show. No problem. Thank you for the lurk, Goop. I will get you a shout out as well. And Tooth's here as well. What's up, Tooth? How you doing? Oh, hi, Lurky. Let's get Tooth a shout out as well. Thank you for the lurk, guys. Thank you very much. Let's cue those up. Cue those up. Before we talk about what we just heard as well, we'll go over what Very Saint Chi is saying. Dang, this clip is sick. I say this every time, but it fucking is. Look how sick this clip is. Thank you for the lurk, guys. Appreciate it. And Happy New Year as well. Happy New Year. Very Saint Chi. It doesn't seem like Kaz with no zero seems to be sending him to brackets, I assume, Ocelot, without letting him know about the part of the plan himself. Now, this is what I don't get, right? We saw in the extended version of the beginning bit at the end of the game that Kaz was the one who turned around and said, he said something about boss, right? He's like, oh, is the boss okay? And then he goes, what about him? And then the doctor says to Kaz, he took a lot of shrapnel. So he knows, right? In some way, shape, or form, he knows that there's Big Boss and the medic next to him. And he knows that the medic took all the shrapnel. And Venom Snake has got all the shrapnel in his head and whatnot. So that's what I'm struggling to understand, is whether or not Kaz was in on it or not. And from the sounds of things, that what they were discussing as well, Kaz is actually joined Cypher at some point. Because he's like, that's why I joined you, to Zero. But Zero's like, you need to be there for the boss, right? Or whether or not Zero's actually declaring that he needs to be there for Big Boss, or whether he needs to be there for Venom Snake, is unclear as well. Also, there's that conversation at the end of the game where Ocelot is talking to Kaz about the truth, everything that's happened, about how Big Boss went off to do his own thing, and Kaz was like, I've truly lost everything then. I've lost the boss as well. Screw the boss. Do you know what I mean? It's inconsistent. It's really inconsistent. Let's listen to this recording of Skullface and Zero. Oh, this is a long one, by the way. It's nearly 10 minutes long.
I wondered whether you'd really call.
Exer, I presume this was your doing?
Do you like my gift?
I've been searching a long time for this.
It is what you were looking for, yes.
The winged dagger of a comrade lost to the sands of Egypt. He served under the boss back in Rayforce. I delivered this pin to her after his death. We were both so very young.
Paramedic.
From that moment on, she never let it leave her side.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Pause, pause. Are they on about paramedic? Because paramedic goes, the paramedic becomes like an enigma later, right? They talk about it all the time throughout the series. Paramedic is the one who turned Frank Yeager into Cyborg Ninja. And they always talk about whether or not they're so secretive, they don't know whether what do they call it? Dr. Clark? Is it Dr. Clark? And they're like, oh, to be fair, they might not be a man, they might be a woman. She's so secretive about herself. But Paramedic is the one who turns Frank Yeager into Cyborg Ninja, right? Hooper's Horrors. Because wasn't there someone above Zero who gave Zero some sort of illness? Possibly. I was about to say no one's above Zero because he creates Cypher, right? But he is ill. So maybe you're onto something. Yeah, she becomes Dr. Clark. But according to this, he's got a pin and she's dead, right? Unless that's a cover-up. Let's keep listening. Let's not jump to conclusions. Maybe it's a cover-up.
How about the back? Something wrong, Major?
Nothing, just pricked my finger.
The back.
Pause. Do you think it was loaded with his illness? Yeah, because Paramedic does become Dr. Clark, and Dr. Clark is responsible for Frank Yeager, right? She is responsible for Cyborg Ninja after he dies. Maybe, right? Maybe that prick of the finger there on the badge, maybe that's what gave him his illness. Who knows? Let's keep listening.
The scar is there, just as I remember it. And this white stitching on the back. From the white berets the SAS wore in the early days.
Major?
30th of December, 1941. It's the inscription I made the day he died.
Maybe she's not dead. Maybe it's a ruse.
His body was never recovered. This pin badge is the closest thing he has to a gravestone.
Dr. Clark.
When I gave it to her, she just kept on running her finger over the inscription.
Okay.
Never again.
Okay. We jumped the gun. We should have
As if
listened to more.
reprimanding herself for his death. She pressed hard, embedding the inscription itself into her finger. You see, it's why this spot on the back looks shinier than the rest. He was our brother in arms.
So...
Seems really convenient. He pricks his finger, and
it's
pretty
real.
sure Paramedic fakes her
Thank
death.
you. There's no doubt about it.
Good points. Good points.
Good. Now I have no regrets.
Maybe she fakes her death
What
and
do
then
I owe
becomes
you?
Dr. Clark.
Nothing. Just want to talk.
But that is a convenient
Very
thing
well
as
then.
well.
It's about our man.
Pause.
Major. He's been...
Sorry, I did jump the gun there. Maybe the prick of the finger isn't nothing to do with anything. But I was like, illness? But that's just me jumping the gun, I guess. But yeah, Paramedic does fake her death. And she later becomes Dr. Clark as well. Very Shang-Chi. On the one hand, you'd expect Kaz to be able to put together about the shrapnel and all, but at the same time, emotional side of it, and you know, seeing his face could have him just not look for those dots to connect rather than just believe his comrade is still with him. Absolutely valid as well. Absolutely valid. And not only that, Kaz was in hospital, injured at the time as well. Maybe he doesn't remember. Maybe he's not thinking straight. You know. But I don't know. I guess the answer's out there, but we've missed it somewhere, or you know, we haven't pieced it together yet. But this is very interesting. This particular recording here between Skullface and Zero, on the topic of Paramedic / Dr. Clark. Maybe, yeah, like Hooper's Horror said, she does fake a death and become Dr. Clark and becomes very secretive to the point where they don't even know who they are. They talk about Dr. Clark as a male, and they're like, for all we know, she could be a woman, and she blah, 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 blah. But she is responsible for the creation of Cyborg Ninja when Frank Yeager dies. Well, more or less dies, I guess. So let's keep listening. This is a long one, by the way.
Miller? Yes, I know. Rhodesia, is it?
Pause. Rhodesia is Zanzibar, right? Am I right in saying that? My geography's not great. Doesn't it change names at some point? Rhodesia becomes another country. If I'm not mistaken, it's Zanzibar, right? Not. That's an IRL thing as well. Pardon me. But Rhodesia doesn't exist anymore, right? Or it's what Zanzibar is called now? Something like that? I don't know. You'll have to educate me on that.
Up to his old tricks again.
No matter. He'll stumble soon enough.
Although...
Pause again. Sorry. Apologies. Do you think that they're talking about Grey Fox when they Zero's him, our brother in arms who's dead now? Would that line up? Because it wouldn't, right? It wouldn't, because Solid Snake's only 12 years old at this point. So no, I don't think it would add up. I don't think it would add up.
Jurisdiction now.
And that's what you want to talk about.
Not exactly. You see, my being here's made me realize I can still be of use to you.
How so?
This country is rich with biological resources. Bacteria, nematodes, viruses. I'm sure we can find something here to bring that plan back into action.
Forget it. The Cleanser Project was just another one of my predecessor's daydreams.
And the vocal cord parasites?
Were an excellent test case for reverse evolution. Nothing more. What matters now is the genetics technology behind that work. With genetics, the clumsiness in targeting an entire race isn't an issue. We can target specific individuals. No need to breed multiple generations of parasite just to get results.
But
Don't be quaint, XO. Once the Cold War is over, our
causing
enemies
XO
will be
is
so
on.
clearly defined. Using humans alone won't be enough. An electronic network will span the globe, and our enemies will blend right into it.
Pause.
You may be...
Electronic network. He's talking about the Patriots, right? The AI system that controls the world in the future. That's what he's referring to, I think. GW, all that jazz. The Patriots, right? Network that controls the entire global economy and war economy, etc., etc.
Right. But will people really settle for an enemy they can't see? Men want to feel righteous, need to see the evil in the enemy they fear. Without it, they'll turn their aggressions inward, find an enemy inside. You know this is true.
I see what you're saying. Just as those robbed of their parasites develop allergies and autoimmune diseases, a man robbed of his enemy develops self-destructive tendencies. And I know all the symptoms. Ethnic conflict, religious strife, terrorism. And with asymmetrical conflict, deterrence is a joke. That's why we must depend on information control. People need an appropriate context for their lives.
Patriots.
A context that's stimulating without being destructive.
Pause.
Balance.
Just on a side note, this has nothing to do with the game, right? Just on a side note, isn't it eerie and spooky how some points in Metal Gear lore kind of reflect on IRL? Control of information, memes. It's kind of spooky. Anyway, that was a side note. Let's keep listening.
It's the basis of equilibrium.
You mean to say people will blindly accept your context without developing any allergies?
If we're to unite the world, literacy must be suppressed. To suppress the information immune system, to borrow your metaphor.
Immunity to information. But to ensure there's no allergic reaction, while the immune
Pardon me,
system
sorry.
fights off parasites and pathogens.
It's done, Exo. This world will become one. I have found the way.
Oh,
The
pardon
world
me.
that the boss envisioned will finally become a reality. Race, tribal affiliations, national borders, even our faces will be irrelevant. The nature of communication itself will change, and it will make mankind whole again.
Some things can't be undone. My face was taken from me. There's no taking that back.
A face means nothing when one's soul is able to communicate directly.
So what
with
you saw,
another.
Hoopers. And we'll talk
I
about
have
it in a
no
second.
intention of hiding behind your technological
You're right,
veil,
aren't you?
Major. I wear my broken visage, this skull in the open, so that I may never forget what I've lost.
You. What are you?
The chain of retaliation is what will truly bind this world together as one.
Maybe it was the
Major.
pin.
You son of a...
Maybe it was the pin.
The pin.
Called it.
Yes,
Called
the
it.
pin.
And it was Skullface, not paramedic. That's what made him ill.
It's too late. They can't extract it. You see, Major, some things can't be undone.
Dang.
How did you find me?
The Exo trait is a traitor.
You made her talk.
Paz.
I'm sorry I couldn't.
The
visit
location
or
from
thank
the
you in
previous
person, but it has been
recordings
lovely
where he
chatting.
found out he was in Manhattan.
And now that I know you're no longer in
Dang.
the garden, it's time for you to step aside.
This Skullface wants to take over. Wants to take over
You're a
something.
busy man. Lots
He's
to
got his
do.
whole plan with the
So I've left you a
vocal
little
parasites,
time.
etc.
Go to hell. How dare you?
Do you think if these events didn't happen, that
Your
that
plan
Zero
was
wouldn't have
all
become?
wrong.
Nah, he was already talking about global
Had your
control
own
through AI
agenda.
and shit, right?
All these years. Yeah.
Now,
He still would have been a villain.
the world can never
This
truly
is just
become
inter-villain
one.
But the
crime.
boss.
Villain on villain crime.
I've been...
You've been wrong.
Alright, cool. Cool, cool, cool.
You're no different. Just like him.
Dang.
None of you understand the world she saw.
I would say the
He's
same
on about
to
the boss.
you, Major.
The joy.
You steal it all away. Everything.
The boss said the same thing. Only I understood what she meant. Major, I'll handle the rest.
Bastard!
Oh, and one more thing. That pin badge, it was a fake. I held on to the real one. I'll take good care of it.
Dang.
And continue the boss's work.
All of these men, all of these men and women, they all think they're doing, no, not Big Boss now, not like John, pause, not John Doe, Big Boss, not Venom Snake, the Phantom Big Boss. They all think they're doing the boss's work. The boss being the Joy, right? MGS3, the boss. The big boss's mentor. They're all connected. And they all think that they're inheriting her will and doing her work. All of them. It all goes back to the boss. She is the key. You've got John Doe. You've got Zero. You've got Skullface. Then you've got Strangelove, Hal Emmerich, Dave, Solid Snake, because he's a clone of John Doe. It's fucking mad. It's fucking mad. It's fucking mad. Right, we got one more to listen to, and this actually lasted a lot longer than I was expecting. So I think we'll take another break, right, and then we'll do we'll get quiet back once we've listened to the last recording. But this is fucking mad. Right, secret recording of Zero visiting Snake. Here we go. Listen to the rest of this one first. Right, here we go. This one is not so long. It's about 7 minutes long.
I almost thought you wouldn't come.
Well, you're supposed to visit hospital before you die.
But how did you get here?
My friends at the SAS know how
Who's
to
that
keep
voice?
a secret. The trip to the airport was a little dramatic, but the rest was easy. Still, I've had smoother rides. Oh, look. Scalded myself with my tea. I won't be staying long.
I understand.
A snake.
Which one is he?
On the right.
And the left?
Can't tell the difference
Did just as you instructed.
between Phantom and the
Has
real one.
either of them woken?
Neither of them. No.
That must be a
Not
doctor or
once.
something.
Not in 2 years. Their weekly EEG shows.
Oh, it's
activity
fucking
levels.
Skullface.
There's been practically no change.
Is it? Hang on, listen to the voice. It's really quiet.
Jack? Jack? It's me.
He's got two
You look
names
fit to
actually,
run a
right?
country
Jack and
mile.
John Doe.
Every 4
Jack, I
hours,
think, is actually his real name, because now that I think about it, the boss calls him Jack.
They're stable, but eventually
Yes.
I think John Doe is the fake name that he
we've
gives,
done everything we can to
which is
ensure
why
that
Ocelot
everyone
calls him John and Zero's calling him Jack.
Still.
Who the fuck was that other voice?
time.
That's mad that Zero couldn't tell the difference, though.
How long will they be here?
Indefinitely. It's too dangerous to move them. And so far, no one knows they're here.
Who's that other
I
voice?
see.
I am most grateful to you. And I need you to keep it up.
We'll do everything we can.
Maybe the doctor? I don't know.
Can you give us a moment?
Of course.
Jack? Can you hear me? Nice place, isn't it? I went to a lot of trouble bringing you here. Here where no one will find you. Still, the Ocelot's on guard duty, just in case. Maybe knowing that will help you sleep better. I had no intention of coming, but this could be my last chance. If you'd just come to see me first. Do you remember the last time I visited you in hospital? Our first mission together. After the
Virtuoso.
boss threw you in that river. Broke your arm.
Virtuoso. Before Snake Eater.
The good old days.
Dang, that was the last time we saw each other face to face.
I never told you this, but
Or just in hospital,
I
I
had
guess.
another team at my disposal back then. With a very special man leading it.
Skullface.
Maybe he didn't like the arrangement. In any case, this man, he seems to have done something. to me,
Skullface. Poisoned him.
which is why I'm quite sick myself. Up here, there's nothing they can do. I always was the forgetful type, as you know. I'm all right for now, but they say it's a one-way street. If you don't wake up soon, I won't remember you when you do. I don't mind about myself, but what he did to you, I can never forgive. I've sent him to Africa, and I doubt he's coming back. Jack, once your little holiday here is over, well, who knows when that will be? But anyway, I probably won't be around. I'll be somewhere even you can't find me. A tombstone chiseled into the code of a machine. That is all I leave to mark my existence.
The Patriots?
Wake up soon, old friend.
Oh man, zero cared for him all along.
Time is running short.
Zero cared for the big boss all along. They were friends. Frenemies, almost, right? Frenemies. Dang, it's all intertwined so perfectly. So perfectly. That recording kind of makes me feel sorry for Zero, even though he is a bastard. I guess I get a lot of that from this series. There's times when I feel sorry for Huey, and Huey's a bastard. You know? Dang! Dang! Don't play again. Don't play again. Alright. Alright, that's it for recordings. Important ones, anyway. Important ones. There's probably more we could listen to in this section here that would probably like fill in a few gaps or make us realize like some of the things that we're like, I don't quite get what's going on here, but we've listened to all the important stuff anyway. And that took a lot longer than I was anticipating as well. So I'm going to take one more final break, okay? I'm going to go and pour myself another rum, use the bathroom. And then when I come back then, I'm going to show you how to get quiet back, because you can get it back after the game is finished. But if you give me... What should we play this time? We can't play Overkill again, right? Let's play... Should we play Prometheus? Let's play the opening track, right? We don't ever play that other than when the stream's starting. So let's do that. Let's do that. I almost forgot as well. Hooper's Horrors. The whole AI IRL thing, I can see this happening. Simpsons predicted it all. Simpsons predicts everything, right? Am I right? Simpsons gets everything right. But anyway, right. Bear with me, gang, okay? When we come back, we'll get quiet back. I'll show you how to do that. And then we'll wrap up, and maybe we'll have some words at the end of the stream as well, just because it's New Year's Eve and all that. But bear with me for now, okay? I will BRB.